These are the students I'm going to need to see on Math Priority Day on Monday. The list has changed a little bit, so please check the list and see if your ID number is on the list. Please get out ISN Notes 11-1 and complete them with me. We have done this evaluation kind of problem before. 5 raised to some power is 625. What is that power number? I'm going to use my calculator to help me figure that out. 5 is my base number. And so then I'm going to look at second graph. Here is 625. There is the power number. This is equal to 4 because 5 raised to the 4th power is 625. 3 raised to some power is equal to 9. Hopefully you don't need a calculator to figure that one out. That would be 2. This next one is 4, base 4. Raised to some power, 243 is not on my list. We're going to come back to that one in a minute. Also, 1 over 64 is not on my list. The next problem, problem number 4, has a base 4 also. 1 over 64 is not on my list, but 64 is. 64 would be to the 3rd power. And if it is 1 over 64, that's a reciprocal, and that would be a negative power. 4 raised to the negative 3 power is 1 over 64. But what about this problem number 3 that's not in my table? Wouldn't it be nice if there was some way I could use my calculator to figure it out? I have a log button right here on my calculator. Maybe I could use that. But the log button on my calculator is base 10, and this is base 4. So if I had some way to change this to base 4 to base 10, I could use my calculator. We have a change of base formula. The change of base formula says log base b of m equals log of m divided by log of b. These logs in this formula are base 10. If I change it to base 10, I can use my calculator to calculate it. If I have log of base 15 of 32, I can put that in my calculator if I change it to base 10. So I will put in my calculator, clear this out. Need to bring my log of 32 close parentheses divided by log of 15 close parentheses. If you do not close the parentheses, you do not get the correct answer. I am not going to write all those decimal places down. I am going to round it to 3 decimal places. Please push the mode button on your calculator, and over here change the float to a 3 and enter it. Second quit to get back to the screen, and then that will round it off for me. It looks like they rounded it off incorrectly right over here. This would be 1.280. Okay, on the next problem, log base 25 of 7. I can calculate that with my calculator by saying log of 7, close parentheses, divided by log of 32, close parentheses, and enter. I'm sorry, I put it in my calculator wrong. Log of 7 divided by log of 25 equals 6.05. This right here should be a 25, and this should be a 0.605. Please correct your notes. Okay, back over here to this problem I couldn't figure out just a minute ago. Back to problem number 3. Using my calculator, I can figure it out. Log of 243, close parentheses, divided by log of 4, enter. That's going to be 3.962 equals 3.962. I can use the change of base formula to evaluate any of my numbers that are a little bit difficult to figure out, which is the table. Log base 3 of -2, what is that equal to? Log of -2, close parentheses, divided by log base 3. And I get an error. The reason I get an error is it's not possible to raise a number to a power and get a -2. That is not possible. So this log is undefined. And this is what the error symbol looks like on your calculator. That means it's not possible to calculate. Log quiz. Next problem, log of 25 divided by log of -5. Enter that in, you get an error message. The reason you get an error message is -5 raised to the 25, x equals 25. There's no power. That is not possible. When you see an error message on your calculator that looks like this, it means that it's not possible. This example can be evaluated with your calculator. You're going to put log of 32 divided by log of 15 in your calculator. You must close the automatic parentheses. The log button is right there. Divided by log of 15. Round it to 3 decimal places. Equals 1.280. Approximately equal to, I should say, because it has been rounded off. You will put this in your calculator. The 14 goes on top. The -2 goes on bottom.